Hi, I'm Ella.
And I'm Leon.
We're here in beautiful Western Australia to come and share some insights into the lives and experiences of children and young people who identify as LGBTI.
When we say LGBTI, we mean children and young people who are lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, intersex, or who identify with another diverse gender or sexuality. We think it is really important that people in the community have a good understanding and awareness about what it is like to be LGBTI and some of the things that we experience in our day-to-day lives.
By breaking down some of the misconceptions and promoting better understanding and awareness, we can help to create a more inclusive and supportive community which accept and celebrate LGBTI people for who they are.
Yeet.
I am a proud transgender young woman, and I will say that forever. I am proud to be a transgender woman, but there is a lot more to me. I am an artistic person. I love to be creative. I love to perform. I love cosmetics, and I think that that's something that's really important. People in the LGBTIQ+ community are not just bound to their sexual and gender identities. They also have so many facets to them as human beings, and I think that's important to recognise.
Exactly.
I think the biggest myth that exists currently is that like gender and sexuality are like this interlocked thing that can't be separated, and people don't understand that they're two entirely separate things, and people can be on a continuum of either.
With gender, it's more about who you are, and then your sexuality is more who you're attracted to. And so people tend to get them confused, like they don't know the differences between them, and so they sort of just group them together when they're not the same thing.
I actually used to think that I had multiple personality disorder. I met someone and they knew everything about it, and I was like, what is this new world? Like a whole new world started playing in the back of my head. And as soon as they spoke about being gender fluid and how it like changes on a period of time of some sort, I was like, this is me!
And sometimes I feel down and I feel like, oh, I don't pass enough, or oh, I don't look like a biological woman, or this, that and the other, because of the social pressures we have in our everyday society. And then I look at how far I've come. 4 or 5 years ago, I was still being referred to with male pronouns, and I was still hiding myself by cutting all my beautiful hair off and by trying to make myself fit a stereotypical male cisgender role. And I feel like that is something that we shouldn't have to do anymore.
If people don't know me very well, you know, I'm like, have nail polish on one day and people are like, oh, I thought you were trying to be a boy. And I'm like, well, I am, but...
Boys can have multiple ways of existing.
Having top surgery isn't just about, oh, I don't like my chest, I want to get rid of it. It's about feeling extreme discomfort and feeling that it shouldn't be there.
Also, a big one is that as like a bisexual or pansexual, is that like we're gonna cheat and that we're like very perverted. And it's just...
That's not nice, is it? Hey.
Yeah, it's like, people are pretty. I don't want to choose a side.
For a bi person or something, people think that it's like split 50-50, and that's not always the case. Like someone could like be 10% liking girls or like 90% liking guys, or vice versa. Like you don't really need to...
It's not black and white, you know.
I think people should really understand that being LGBTI isn't just an individual experience, it's a group experience. So when something happens, you know, in Queensland, or even, you know, something happens somewhere else in the world, we all feel it because we've all experienced really similar things.
No LGBTI person is the same, and while we were all very different, we all deserve the same right to be recognised, respected and proud of who we are.
Regardless of who you are or how you identify, we hope you've taken away something from listening to our experiences.
We didn't have time to cover everything in this video, but there are heaps of great resources out there. We encourage you to go out and find out more to help you better understand the LGBTI community.
Thank you so much for listening to what we had to say.